Wildlands here, and double clutching is back. It's back, boys. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a quick guide to let you guys know how to do it, what it does, and how it's so great, why it's so great, why it should be celebrated and used every single time you drive in GTA. You want to go fast, you want to beat some racing times, you want to beat some other racers, you want to get your drifts better. Well, welcome to learning how to double clutch. So first of all, let me cover what double clutch is exactly. Basically, all double clutch is a technique that allows you to get more power out of second or third gear. It's your choice. So basically, how this works, it doesn't really make sense in the real world, but in GTA's world, it just works. So here, I'm gonna show you real quick what a double clutch looks like, and then I'm gonna explain exactly what's going on. All right, here we go. Boom, double clutch right there, dudes, right there. So check this out, dudes. I'm not gonna double clutch this time. I'm just gonna go up to 80 miles an hour. Count the gears in your head and notice the two gears behind my steering wheel. Notice the speedometer on the left, the RPM meter on the right. Those are gonna help us out when learning how to double clutch. So check it out. Double clutch basically works up to 80 miles an hour. Doesn't really work past that. And you use the double clutch technique right as you go into a gear. So right as you go into second or as you go into third. It depends on the situation. Usually you want to double clutch as soon as you go into second because you're going to get a little bit more oomph out of it. But there are times where you want to double clutch when going into third, such as when you're coming around a corner in a drift and your car doesn't go down to second gear. If it just goes down to third, you can still double clutch out of that corner. So let me show you a non-double clutch. Focus on the two gauges behind my steering wheel. All right, here we go. Just gonna hit the gas and go. All right, and by the time we hit 80, we went into fourth gear. Let's count that again. All right, first gear, second gear, third gear, and fourth gear. Fourth gear, we hit 80 basically right as we get into fourth gear. And how long did it take to get to fourth gear? Let's count it real quick. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty much 5 seconds on the dot. All right, so it took us about 5 seconds to get to 80. And we went into fourth gear as soon as we hit 80. So now, that was without double clutching. Now we're gonna use the double clutch so you guys can see the power. The power, all right? There is another technique called the perfect start. I'm not gonna use that here. I'm just gonna do the double clutch. All right, 5 seconds, fourth gear. Let's beat that, boys. Boom. Boom. There's 80, boys. Let's count it again, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dude, it shaved off like just half a second. Just half a second, boys. That half a second is it's gonna make a difference. It's gonna make a difference, especially if you're in a race where you get to double clutch often. You're gonna be shaving off half seconds here, half seconds there. All right, boys. So let me show you the double clutch now. All right. So pay attention, close attention to second gear. Here's a non-double clutch. All right. First gear, second gear. All right. Now pay attention to second gear and double clutch. All right. First gear, second gear. Boom. That was a double clutch second gear. Now you see. Let me show you the second gear without double clutch again. Look at the RPM meter when we go into second, all right? First gear, second gear. We chill from about 5 to 9 RPMs throughout the duration of second gear, right? 5,000 to 9,000 RPMs for the duration of second gear. Now when I double clutch, I'm going to cause the RPMs in second gear to go around 8 to 9,000 for its entire duration. Check this out. First gear, second gear. You see that? You see how the entire duration of second gear, I cause the car to use more power? Instead of going from 5,000 to 9,000 RPMs during the duration of second gear, it stayed around 8,000 and 9,000 RPMs during the duration of second gear. That's a good amount of extra power, boys. That's a good amount of extra power. Let's double clutch again. Boom. All right, now focus on the meter on the left. When I go into second gear, I want you to watch how quickly the speed goes up. Between 40 to 80 and in second gear. Watch this. Boom. Boom. It just climbs. It just climbs. Now no double clutch. No double clutch. You see how it has to kind of stop between second and third at around 60 miles an hour? Here's no double clutch again. You see how it kind of stutters around 60 miles an hour when it goes in between second and third gear? We're just going to skip through that. We're basically going to give second gear more power. That's going to cause us to accelerate faster, and it's going to cause us to get into fourth gear faster. Third gear, fourth gear, boom. Third gear just went by fast, boys. Just went by fast. Now let me show you again. You can also double clutch on third gear. There's second, there's third gear. You can also double clutch there and go right up to 80. So like if you were, basically when you're drifting and whatnot, you want to be counting what gear you're in constantly. Because when you go around a corner, you might drop into a low enough gear to be able to double clutch like I did just there. I did a drift, I dropped into second, and I double clutched right out of the drift, getting my car back up to speed. We'll just pretend like that was a drift. We double clutch out of it. And we're back up to speed, boys. Double clutching is very, very helpful. Double clutch. Alright, now let me show you how to actually do it, boys. How to actually do it. It's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. Alright, so I'm using a controller to drive. You can use a keyboard for this. But basically you need two keys. You need the gas, which is our right trigger, and you need the e-brake, which is our right button. You can see on the dashboard between the two main gauges that when I push on the e-brake, the little red light turns on. Alright, so just check it out, boys. So basically, to double clutch, what we want to do is we want to be accelerating. Alright? And then, right as we go into second, we let off the gas, alright? So we're not pushing it anymore. We let off the gas, we tap the e-brake, we just tap it, like that, just tap it. We just tap it, boys, just boom, just tap. And then we go right back in the gas. So it's gonna look like this. That's what the button combination is gonna look like. If you look at the controller on the screen, it's gonna be real quick. It's not gonna be this. It's not gonna be this. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be quick, and you take your finger off the accelerator. You don't leave it on there. If you leave it on there, you're just gonna get this. Here, let me show you. When you leave your finger on there, it just doesn't double clutch. It just doesn't double clutch, right? So what you want to do is, right as you get into second gear, take your finger off the accelerator, tap the e-brake, and then slam back on the gas. So check this out. Second. Alright, let's do it again. Second gear, boys. Boom, there it is. Let's try it again. Boom, and let's do it in third gear this time. First, second, third. Boom. So that's what it should look like. That's what it should look like on the controller. One more time, boys. Boom. Heck yeah, guys. Heck yeah. I hope you guys are learning a lot. Hope you guys are stoked to go try this out. You can double clutch in most cars in the game. Not all of them. The rule of thumb here is the car needs to be a rear wheel drive car. Predominantly rear wheel drive. So in GTA, most of the cars are rear wheel drive. So you'll be good there. You can basically pick up most cars off the street and double clutch with it right away. The car I'm using for this is the Turismo R. One of my favorite cars to double clutch with. Alright, so now let me show you another technique that's going to help you a lot right at the start of races. This is mainly for street races, not for actual job races. Because job races start out a little differently, but when you're on the street and you're just racing some people, this technique can really help out, giving you a good start. And that's what that technique's called. It's called the perfect start. So check this out. This technique's a little bit harder to pull off than double clutch. It takes a little bit more practice, and I don't think you can pull it off on a keyboard. You might be able to with some practice, but it's a lot easier to do with the controller. So let's try this out. So first of all, I'm just going to show you how the car starts without a perfect start, so you can see the difference. So I'm just going to slam on the accelerator, put it to the floor, and we're just going to go. All right. Starting from this line, let's go. Alright, let's go back. Let's go back. Now, you see this skid mark that I made right there? You see these tire marks right here? You see those tire marks right there? Those tire marks were caused by my tires rotating faster than the car could move at the current point. So, while my engine was, you know, topping out in the RPMs in first gear and my tires were spinning really fast, my car wasn't going anywhere, causing it to leave skid marks like that. Now let me just show you again what that looks like. Just gonna slam on the gas again. See, the tires are going, but I basically lose momentum, I lose energy there, and I turn it into skid marks. So we don't want skid marks. Skid marks are bad in this case, boys. Skid marks are very bad. So what the perfect start does, it's going to eliminate those skid marks. It's going to keep all the energy in the car. So, check this out. Here's a perfect start, boys. Went right into second. Allowing us to double clutch much faster. Let's go look at where we started. 0 skid marks, boys. 0 skid marks. 0 skid marks, boys. That was a perfect start right there. So the perfect start, it pulls you through first gear faster. And if you go through first gear faster, then that means you go into second gear faster. Duh. If you go into second gear faster, that means you can double clutch faster. If you can double clutch faster than the other guy who's double clutching, then you're going to win the race. That's just how it is. These are the techniques you can use together to go fast, to beat races, to beat times. Let's do another perfect start, boys. Right into second, into the double clutch. Let's go, boys. Let's go see if there's any tire marks. 0 skid marks. So let me show you the perfect start and how to do it, boys. The reason why this is a little bit easier to do on controller is because it requires some of the sensitivity used on the right trigger, the accelerator. So check this out, dude. What you're gonna want to do is you're going to want to hold the e-brake at the start of a race. And you're going to want to hold your accelerator down about 75%. So this is what it looks like when I'm holding it all the way down. This is just barely activating the trigger. Right there, that's barely activating it. You want it to be about right there. So you don't want it all the way down. And you don't want it barely pumping. You want it right about there. Now this is why it's a lot harder to do on the keyboard. When you hold your accelerator down on the keyboard, it just goes all the way. It's very hard to keep it. It's very hard to keep it in there on the keyboard, but on the controller, you've got the sensitivity with the right trigger for the accelerator. It allows you to kind of work with how much gas you're giving it at any given time. Just gonna let us do this perfect start. So here we go, boys. Usually when you start a race, you just slam on the gas. And you see that moment where I was in between 8 and 9,000 RPMs? That's where the tire skid is happening. Right there. Right there. That little bit of extra energy, dude. That little bit extra torque. I want it pushing me, not pushing my tires on the ground. So let's go. Perfect start, boys. We're gonna try and eliminate that. We're gonna try and eliminate that. The RPM's batting against the wall. Now, don't get confused. In second gear, we want the RPMs to bat like that because our tires have grip. They're not gonna be burning out. But when we start out the race, we don't want any tires burning out. So we want to get through first gear faster. We want to hit second gear. So here's what we do. Perfect start. Hold the e-brake. Get the accelerator about 75%. Now, you're going to let go of the e-brake and then slam on the gas. It's not in the same moment. It's very close, but it's not in the same moment. So if you were to do it in the same moment, it's going to look like this. And you're still going to get tire marks. You're still going to get tire marks. We don't want that. So you want to let go of the e-brake while you're still at like 75%. Let go and then push down on the gas like this. You see that? You see how the RPMs didn't bat on first gear and I didn't leave any tire marks? Let's try that again, boys. And there's second gear. Second gear, just right away, boys. If we get into second gear right away, then we can double clutch right away. Double clutch. Yes, boys. You feel that speed? You feel that speed? Oh my god. So here's a normal. Here's normal, no double clutch, no perfect start. Alright. Now we're gonna do perfect start and double clutch. Hell yeah, boys. You feel that vroom vroom? You feel that vroom vroom, that extra kick that you get? So in first gear, using the perfect start, you're allowing the engine to not waste any power and cause tire marks on the road. And then in second gear, you're causing the engine to use more power than it normally would, almost 1.5 times more power than it normally would, causing you to get a nice little kick, nice little boost. And you can use that double clutch when you come around corners and you drift. You can use it out of drifting to gain speed around corners. And you can use that perfect start technique at the start of any race on the street. And there you go, guys. There you have it. The perfect start and the double clutch. Hope you guys found this helpful. If at any point in the video you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up. And come check out my stream sometime, guys. Twitch.tv/Wildlands. If you got the PC version of Grand Theft Auto, go ahead and add me up, dude. Let's get some races going. Let's get some car meets going, boys. Swap some techniques. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Get out there, go start practicing your double clutch. Try to do it on as many cars as you can. Try to find the sweet spot for every single car. Get those perfect starts down. You can do the perfect start on any vehicle in the game, not just rear wheels. Put these techniques together, boys. Get fast, win races, share the techniques, spread the love. You guys have an awesome day. Peace.